Hey guys, Moviepage, this is Michael, and this is the review for XXX Return of Xander Cage. I literally just got home from the theater right now. Bellator's on the TV, just waiting for that Tito Ortiz fight. I have been waiting a long time for this movie. You know, Vin Diesel came back, he fixed the Fast and Furious franchise, he fixed the Riddick franchise, so for a long time I was thinking, when the hell is he going to fix XXX? Because I love the first movie, the whole... And I actually got 3 X's tattooed in the back of your neck. So, you know, nothing against Ice Cube. That was a mediocre film, but he did the best of what he could do. So, when I saw Star Trek in the trailer, and they were playing that techno voodoo child theme song... The trailer won me over. And then I saw another trailer with Doctor Strange, and I said, that's it, I gotta see this movie. Before I start, I just wanted to say, it was a pain in the ass to watch this movie in IMAX. I'm not saying don't see it in IMAX, I mean trying to find a theater. Like, one theater said, we have it in RPX. Oh wait, we're not gonna show it. You know, we're gonna show Split in RPX instead. I'm like, great, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong just cost me a movie. Thanks, prick. And then I went to another theater, and I was like, okay, let me go see it on XD. Yeah, that's a 3D showing. I'm with my dad. We don't do 3D unless I'm with friends. So we decided we'll come back. We ended up going to the new theater that I saw Rogue One in, with the reclined chairs. And all I could say is thank God he's got the patience and grace of a saint, because any other person would have said screw this, but we're like, we ain't got no plans today. And thank God nobody took the back seats, because it's one of those reserved seating chairs. You know, I hate those things. So what I did, I just said 7:10, and since this isn't a Star Wars or a Marvel or a DC movie, the seats weren't packed. I was like, oh, thank you. Which gives me hope to see John Wick Chapter 2 there as well. So, anywho, we got the tickets and we decided, let's go see this movie tonight. And originally I wanted to go to Esquire and IMAX to see it, but downtown is so congested with the rain and the traffic and other stuff I ain't going to mention on this page. So I just went in. One of my buddies said it was it's like brainless action film. You're going to love it regardless. I'm like, okay, to me, I don't want a thick plot. I don't want Shakespearean style dialogue. I just want an action movie, and I just want some action. That's it. And the movie delivered. The movie begins with this title sequence over satellites in space, and then it starts with Gibbons, once again played by Samuel Jackson, recruiting a new soldier for the new spy for the XXX program. The XXX program basically takes soldiers, mercs, civilians, what have you, and turns them into spies that work for the NSA. Gibbons is in, I can't remember where, I think he's in Hong Kong or Taiwan, and he's talking to Neymar Jr., who's a big soccer player. I didn't know that. Anyway, he tries to tell him, would you like to work for me? And he's just like, I'm not a spy, I do this. Okay, well, nice to meet you. And just leaves. And I'm like, dude, you didn't eat your beef and broccoli? You didn't try your wontons? You didn't even try the little bread, whatever. I was just like, alright. So when a guy comes in and tries to rob them, Nehemiah takes a napkin dispenser, kicks it right on homeboy's skull, and Gibbons grabs a shotgun. Go! So while he sits there and says, I think he'd be perfect for it, there's a gigantic explosion that we think kills Gibbons. The next thing you know, the whole XXX logo takes over. And basically, the movie just starts with CIA headquarters in New York being attacked by Donnie Yen's team. Donnie Yen plays Liz Xiong with an X. Wink, wink. And he basically storms the NSA by taking out everybody, and then realizing, with the help of his team, Hawk, played by Michael Bisping, Serena, played by I'm totally gonna butcher her name. I'm just gonna stop. Beautiful model actress. This is a Bollywood actress, first big American movie. I can't pronounce her name, and I'm not gonna. So I do apologize to people out there. And then of course there's also another guy played by Tony Jaa. And I know everyone's saying you know these guys, but you don't know the lady's name. Well, Donnie Yen is a badass, and I watch a lot of his Hong Kong movies. Tony Jaa's a badass, and I watch a lot of his action movies. And I happen to be a big UFC fan, so I know who the hell Michael Bisping is. Trivia. Originally, Conor McGregor was supposed to play Hawk, but after losing to Nate Diaz, he didn't want to do the movie, and Michael Bisping stepped in, did the movie, and then a week later, after he's done filming, he ended up winning the UFC middleweight championship. So, one man's roles, another man's good luck charm. So while this is happening, Mark, the NSA director, an NSA agent played by Tony Collette, realizes these guys are badass, and we need someone who's just as badass to stop them. And they're like, who? The only person who knew who he was Gibbons. And so we see Xander doing this crazy stunt off a mountain in the Dominican Republic. Basically, he jumps off the satellite, the antenna. He's on skis, and then, of course, he leaves his skis. He gets on a skateboard and goes all the way down this gigantic mountain, all the way to where the docks are at. And then he takes a cable thing, and to make a long story short, he basically gives everybody in that little area of the Dominican Republic free cable so they can watch the World Cup. Brazil versus Germany. So while this is happening, Xander hooks up with a random gal, leaves, and he gives him her skateboard with the giant X on it, and he says, Rule 1, don't fall. So Xander is just basically hiding in seclusion. The movie never really says, like, how did he survive, how did he escape. He just faked his own death. So whatever happened in the whole second movie about him dying in Bora Bora, that didn't happen. And the whole mini movie with that whole Mexican stand-in, Christian Lupo's character, stuntman Christian Lupo playing him, that never happened either. So thank God. Nobody gives a rat's ass continuity, so thank you. So while sitting down, an old man talks to him, Xander, and then of course he realizes that this is a stage setup. And then of course, by taking down one of the guards and grabbing a machine gun and basically shooting a 360 all over the place, Grand Theft Auto style, he realizes the gun is filled with blanks, and he's wondering, okay, Gibbons, get out now. Well, unfortunately, it's not Gibbons, it's Marks, who basically recruits him to say, hey, these guys are dangerous, and they just killed Gibbons. I need you, X. And of course, X like, I'm not doing it. What are you talking about? I'm not doing it, okay? There are no more patriots, only rebels and tyrants. So what does that make you? I'm XXX. So with the help of Marks, Xander comes back out of retirement to help. He teams up with Becky, played by Nina Dubois of The Vampire Diaries, a little cutie too, who's a tech genius and has a thing for Xander. And while this is happening, he also meets his crew. He meets the new XXX soldiers, who Xander does not like, and automatically they don't like Xander by calling him the Red Bull Mountain Dew poster child. And the funniest thing is, I forget, Lieutenant Hopkins, I think his name was, but he's played by Tony Gonzalez, former Kansas City Chiefs player and future Hall of Famer, and one of my dad's favorite players. And so the fact that these guys are all talking shit about the guy that they work for, Xander doesn't take too pleased and just launches them out of a plane. Of course, I laughed my ass off and joked, "Go back to Kansas City, pal." So after that, Cade says, "If I'm not going to have these monkeys watching my back, if anything, I'm going to choose my own crew." So he chooses a sniper named Adele Wolf, played by Ruby Rose from Orange is the New Black. He chooses a stunt driver named Tennyson, played by Warren McCann. And he chooses a DJ named, played by Chris Wu. Apparently he's a big deal, this Chris Wu guy. So their mission is to go to the Philippines and infiltrate Xiong's rave party over there. While this is happening, they end up meeting a guy named Lazarus, played by Nicky Jam, who, after tough negotiation involving guns, Xander gets invited to the party. And while they're there, that's when Serena, Xiong, and X all meet together. And that's where I'm going to stop. I like the fact that they did several things about the movie. The fact that they did all this casting and these different guys. I like the fact that there are teams, that XXX, instead of just one man, there's a team of them. So now they can go after Xiong's team. The fight scenes are fantastic between Tony Jaa, Michael Bisping, and of course the great Donnie Yen. That boy can dance. There's also a little parkour scene where Xander and Xiong try to escape in Detroit, despite the fact they do dancing. It's funny because even though that the movie goes to different places, there's like subtle differences. You know, me, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I can know like, oh, they're in New York and they're in Detroit. I'm like, nope, they're in Toronto. Oh, they're in the Philippines. Nope, they're in Thailand. So it's just the movie expert in me just knows this. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and give away the big secret that Paramount already did. Paramount gave it away, so I might as well just give it away too. Ice Cube comes back, and it's not just for a cameo. It's more like he comes in at the last minute to help them. He reprises his Darius Stone character. Then they do give him a props, so it is like, so it's not just, I'm here, I'm leaving, the end. It's like, no, him and Xander actually do have dialogue at the end, so that's the one thing I liked. That they tie up all the guys who were in there, so it's not just, oh, we don't need Ice Cube. It's like, nah, dude, let's get him in this movie. So that was a cool thing about it as well. Trying to think what else is there. I mean, all the actors somewhat do a decent job. I mean, it's kind of hard, just to say who's any better of the bunch. No, the dialogue's not all that great though. I mean, seriously, it's just, again, it's a brainless action film. Turn off your brain and just enjoy some of the crazy shenanigans they do. There's nothing much I could say. I mean, I was happy. It was like, I would say that this one goes above State of the Union, but the first one is still always going to be my favorite. That's it. I mean, there's another thing about the movie. I mean, not just the Ice Cube thing, but there's also like little plot points and twists. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not Paramount. I'm not screwing over my own project. So, if you want to see a brainless action movie that's fun as hell and is just cool, and you're just going to have a great time, I recommend XXX Return of Xander Cage, which is funny because overseas they call the movie XXX Reactivated, which I thought was an even better title, but we got to get Xander Cage mentioned. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys. Next month I am going to review John Wick. So, just want to give you guys a notice. I'm going to stay away from the movies for a little while, so... Anyways, try to enjoy the rest of the football season and try to stay dry if you can with the weather. Have fun. This is Michael. Thank you.